Greetings, Agent. Your job here is to find out what happened to Fatima's daughters. Ahlan Roh Albi, how are you doing? I'm just calling to let you know I'll be back home from the grocery store soon. You didn't forget to take the chicken out of the freezer, did you? I hope you guys enjoyed that sneak peek intro as to what's coming. I recently thought to try getting into game development as a new hobby, and I actually tried this a while ago and didn't really stick. I think mostly because I tried to jump into something a little bit overwhelming, and I feel like any game engine you try to work with, that's the case. You open it up and it's like, oh my god, what are all these buttons? So I thought to kind of just start with a tutorial and see where it goes, and actually it kind of went well from there. So when I first tried, I tried with Unreal Engine, and I'm not sure if maybe that's why, if that is a little bit of a steeper learning curve. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But this time I tried to kind of just stick with a tutorial, and I'll share that tutorial link in the description as well, and kind of just go from there. So this is kind of where we're at. So the game is called, I'm going to call it something along the lines of I forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer. Something along the lines of that. And in essence, what the objective is, I thought something light and fun, but a little bit spooky at the same time. Something you can pick up and play and put down easily. So the idea is you spawn the map, and there is going to be a freezer that spawns somewhere in the map randomly. Maybe not completely randomly, I think, maybe in certain locations throughout the map. For example, this is one that I'm working on right here, and I'll show you like other locations as well. So they're going to spawn at set random locations, and your objective is to find them and find the freezer and take out the chicken from the freezer before Fatima, the I guess the villain in the game, quote unquote, comes home, and if that happens, game over. So that's the winning objective in the game, is to get the chicken out of the freezer. And I'm planning on four mobs, not many mobs, four mobs. Those are going to be her daughters that have passed away because of previous incidents, like forgetting to take the chicken out of the freezer. So there's going to be a little bit, just a little bit of lore as well with the family. So you're not really a family member. You're kind of investigating this, but she kind of, I don't know. It's like a cursed area. Like whoever comes in needs to take the chicken out of the freezer. So there are going to be four mobs, and I'm going to make them hostile, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of an Easter egg that I won't spoil just yet. So they're going to be hostile for the most part, and they're kind of just one thing I might do is, instead of just making them hostile and kind of obstacles in the way if you encounter them, maybe what I might do is also they might give some indication as to where the freezer is. Maybe I might add that as a way to help the player. The time limit to get the chicken out of the freezer, I'm not sure yet what I will make that. If something very short or long, I mean, again, it also depends on the size of the map. So far, I mean, I would say that this is like small to medium. It might look very big from here, but it's really not. You can sprint from one side to the other fairly quickly. So it's not really quite that big of a map as it seems. So I think one area is going to be this house here, this farmhouse here. One area is going to be this section between these little mountains in here. There also might be some pockets within these mountains here that you can go to. So they're going to be like sort of different environments throughout the map. Like there's going to be one environment here. Obviously, I haven't really put anything here yet. That house is going to be one environment, and then back here another environment. So I think maybe 3 or 4 places where, or and up there as well, over here, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 places where the freezer could spawn. So that's kind of where the game is at right now. I'm trying to finish the boundaries of the map. That's almost done. And obviously you can see there's a lot of space. I have not put anything yet in. And also the mobs. I haven't placed any of the mobs or Fatima yet. I've only placed the character who, like, my God, was a struggle. I think that's like the hardest. Like all you see here, the actual map itself is actually not that hard to do. It might be somewhat time consuming if you're not, smart about it like me. But the mobs and the characters are kind of a challenge, honestly, especially when they're holding something and with one hand or 2 hands, and I don't know what. It was a bit of a challenge, but I'm getting a hang of it. Uh, and so yeah, the in case if you're wondering, the map is not hard, but the scripting of it, which is how mobs will behave, or for example, uh, the wind on the grass and on the trees, is not too challenging. If you, especially if you already have some coding fundamentals, like me, if you've seen in the channel, I have some web apps and stuff. So the coding of it is the scripting is not too difficult. Even if it's really very basic, quite basic scripting, and it's not extensive like a web app or something. Just a couple of scripts here and there, and that's really it. That's all that's needed. So the wind effect, the animations, the mob behavior, I imagine as well. All that is going to be done really through scripts. And you can see, if you can see, so there's no grass in the distance, but if I approach, you just saw that tree pop up there, which I need to improve. You can see that I'm implementing some, I think it's called culling, because that will significantly improve FPS in the game. I mean, I'm playing this right now on my beefy PC, but actually I did try to run this before I implemented the culling on my laptop, which is just a normal, laptop, and I was actually getting, surprisingly, I was getting like 40, 50 FPS, which is pretty low, actually, given that, given the game that this is. So I did do that, and that helped tremendously. So, and it's very easy to implement. Again, it's mostly scripting. And one trick, by the way, is if you don't want the culling to appear too strong, you can enable this fog. And if I play it again, it's a lot harder to notice. Now the trees, I need to do some sort of fading or increase the culling distance so that they don't just pop like that, like you saw there. But the grass with the fog actually is pretty nice. So you can see here, you can't really see anymore the culling of the grass, at least, because of the fog. So that's kind of a neat trick I saw users do online. So I did it too. And also it adds to the atmosphere in the map as well, a little bit spooky. So the fog kind of played nicely there. So that's where the game is at right now. Definitely, if you want to see where this stupid game is going, subscribe and follow along. I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is definitely not a, hobby I forced on myself or something. I very, very much enjoy working on this game. So follow along. I mean, I already have like a ton of ideas for sequels and prequels and I don't know what. So if you enjoyed this, feel free to follow along and put any comments you want on the map, on the lore. I mean, the lore is still, it's not like I thought through it all. It's still, kind of being pieced together. But I just thought of some goofy stuff for the lore between, this villainous, I don't know, quote unquote mother and her quote unquote children. So yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. It's pretty fun working on this. So follow along if you like, and take care.